Okay. Meeting of the Historic District Commission will take place in a webinar format through Zoom. The chair of the commission is Sarah Moriarty. Most of the webinar is the building officials. Staff attending this meeting include Peter Zavinglis and Linda Galetta. Anyone speaking should state their names prior to speaking each time. Panelists in this webinar meeting will be the commission members and the building staff. Panelists who would like to comment on an item should indicate such by using the icon to raise hand at the bottom of the screen. After a panelist raises their hand, they'll be able to comment one at a time when called upon by the chairperson. Panelists should mute their microphones until called upon. Panelists calling into the meeting by telephone may raise or lower their hand by pressing *9. Mute or unmute your call, press *6. To make a motion or second a motion, commission members can raise a hand and be acknowledged by the host or chair. To vote on a motion, commission members will be called upon individually by the chair to vote. The public can participate in the meeting during the public communications agenda item. The public will be asked to raise their hand during public communications if they want to speak at this time by using the icon to raise hand at the bottom of the screen. The public will be called upon by the host one at a time and will be able to speak during this time. Attendees must identify themselves before speaking.
All right. I will call the meeting to order at 7:03 on July 6th, and I will first seat Ferguson for Nault. Todd, if you want to read the call.
Okay. Dear Matt, please publish the following public notice for one insertion on Monday, June 28th, 2021. Town of Groton notice of public hearing, Historic District Commission. The Historic District Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, July 6th, 2021 at 7 p.m. virtually via the Zoom platform to hear the following applications requesting a certificate of appropriateness. HDC 21-35, 15 Library Street, Peter Hurd, owner applicant, eyebrow window restoration, PIN number 26191830153. HCC 21-36, 20 Pearl Street, John McCarrick, owner applicant, replace siding and trim, PIN number 2619184105582. HCC 21-37, 3 Water Street LLC owner, Chelsea Leonard applicant, signage, PIN number 2619183088781. HCC 21-38, 278 High Street, Robert Neild, owner applicant, condenser and line set, PIN number 261918323323455. HCC 21-39, 3 Water Street LLC owner, Eric Goodman applicant, signage, PIN number 2619183088781. A Zoom meeting link will be posted to the town's website, meetings calendar, or can be attended by visiting www.zoom.us. Webinar ID 893-350-0516, password 90413L, or by phone 1-312-626-6799. Access to electronic equipment at the Town Hall Annex for the purposes of attending, participating in the meeting shall be provided to any member of the public who provides a written request to the Office of Planning and Development not less than 24 hours prior to the meeting. Applications are on file and available for public inspection during normal business hours.
Thank you.
I can't finish that. I can't read the bottom line there.
Okay.
At the Planning Department, 134 Groton Long Point Road, Groton, Connecticut, dated this 28th day of June, 2021 at Groton, Connecticut. Todd Brady, Secretary.
Thank you, Todd. All right, so I will call HGC 21-28, 3 Orchard Lane, Anne Marie Daffin.
Right.
Thank you so much. You're all set to make your presentation.
Okay. I made a presentation 2 weeks ago, I think, and I was asked for additional photographs, which I sent, and I hope you received. Specifically, I was asked for a photograph of the full front of the building. That's part of it. And then I think there might be another one for the other half of the house. Yes. Because one of the members asked for a picture of from the street.
Peter, I think we have to go through them a little slower, have her explain them.
Just
Just those 2 pictures that you were looking for. Was this one and that one?
Right. I made a presentation 2 weeks ago.
I don't know if everyone was here for your presentation. Did everyone?
Okay, I can do it again. That's
Okay.
not a problem.
Thank you. That would be helpful.
All right, so I am seeking to put a fence around my yard and in the back. And it is going to be, if you could scroll up so I can sort of, so on the, what is marked here is there would be wood, a picket fence on either side, and it's 5 feet tall. And then on the, towards the, in the back, it would be a black chain link on either side. And then in the way back, there is a not a stockade. It's a 6-foot privacy fence with lattice on the top. There would be 6 panels of that because there are some dogs in the yard behind me. Currently in the back, there is a chain link fence over part of the yard. So what?
I'm sorry, Marie, the photo we were just looking at, is that your house or your backyard?
No, that's just a fence. That's just an example of the fencing. And then if you scroll down, that is my side yard, and the fence, the picket fence would go from the back of the house, that, you know, the stone part, all the way over on that side, and it would be 5 feet tall. And then that's the other side of the house. And as you're facing my house, that the first picture is the left side and the second picture is the right side. And then if you go further, that's a picture from New London Road. And if you continue down, that is an example of the picket fence. And I think there's more. That's an example of the privacy fence.
That's at the back of the property.
Yes. And if you continue down, that is the additional, one of the 2 additional pictures that were requested from the street of the picture of the house. And that is yeah, there's the second picture that was requested.
So from the front, it's the 2 picket fences, and
Yes.
then the chain
And-
links run along the sides, and then the entire back is made up of the privacy fence?
No, the back is partial privacy and partial chain link.
Is that delineated there?
Yes.
Okay.
My handwriting is horrible. So it says chain link, and then it says privacy, and then it says chain in the corner for the back part.
And so that's the one portion that's going to be chain link? Or
No, both sides
Both
are.
sides, okay. And I think you explained it last time, but I can't remember. Why do you have a mixed fence in the back?
There are 5 very big, Samoyeds, I think they're called. They're the big white dogs,
Mhm.
very hairy, and there are 5 of them in the backyard, and they kind of jump on the shorter chain link fence that's there, that is my back neighbors, and this will just sort of stop the barking, and because they tend to get very excited when they see my dog.
I guess I'm asking why you have chain link, privacy chain link.
Because that's where the privacy is where the dogs are. That's where I need it.
I see. So they're fenced in that particular area.
Yes,
I see. And the chain link that's there, is that existing or that's new?
no, it's existing.
Okay. So the
And
back.
I'm actually, the chain link that I'm putting in is higher than the chain link that they have. because their dogs actually probably could jump it if they wanted to.
So the chain link in the back isn't existing. They have their own chain link and you're putting up another
Yes.
portion of chain link.
Yes.
Okay. Peter, can you scroll back to the photo of the property from New London Road, please? Yeah, that one. I'm not oriented well on this photo. So is where those trees are your property, the little arborvitaes?
No. My property is the blue and yellow. The yellow
Okay.
house is my property.
Gotcha.
And the picket fence would be right at that corner, sort
Mm-hmm.
of if you're going from the right to Trees In.
Okay. All right. Anyone have anything else?
Let me ask you, if we approved it and you put your chain link up where you're proposing, would we be able to see it from the street?
No,
Well, we'd be able to see it from here, right? Because I can see your backyard through. Like, you can't see me pointing to the screen, but it looks like you'd
no,
be able
because
to see.
it's not, it's not, the way the picket fence is going to the side of the house.
Mhm.
So quite honestly, if need be, I can move the picket fence further over so it lines up with that shed.
Okay.
So you wouldn't see the chain link fence from here because you'd started at a further back. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Yep.
I guess the concern, Anne Marie, is I can't speak for anyone else, don't particularly like the chain link fence in the Historic District Commission, but if we can't see it, then, then we can't see it. So it doesn't matter to me. So to Don's point, just to make sure that we can't see it would certainly make me feel more comfortable.
Right, I get that.
Anybody else have anything?
I think if she does what she's suggesting though, about just extending it around that corner a little bit towards that
Mhm.
shed, you're not gonna see it at all. Cause I walk by there almost every day and I think it's gonna be tough to see it anyways, but
Okay.
if it is changed a little bit, you're probably not gonna see it, under any circumstances.
That would make me feel better.
Me too.
Okay. Is that something you would mind doing?
No, what, moving it over so it lines up with the shed? No.
Right. Okay. All right. Anybody have anything else? No? All right. Thank you, Emery.
You're welcome.
Would anyone in the audience like to speak for this application? Would anyone in the audience like to speak against this application? HDC 21-28 is closed. HDC 21-35, 15 Library Street, Mr. Peter Hurd.
Everybody.
Just love us.
Well, good to see everybody again. This is has to do with the gable end of the roof on the roof one side of the house. 4 weeks ago or so, I called in and we talked about this eyebrow window that we found in the attic, and the partial framing also still remains from the original house in the attic. So we were able to pull that eyebrow window down. I stripped all the paint. Primed it. It's at the glazer right now in anticipation of this getting approved, but it'll be a really neat addition to the house, and we believe it's the original window to the house from 1849. So
Wow.
at some point, somewhere around 100 years ago or so, give or take, they replaced that window with an old bubble hung. And we just think it would be neat to bring it back to this. I think there's some pictures that follow. What's on the other, yeah, the roof on side. Yep. And so that the picture in the center, left-hand center, is the window that was in there now. But when we stripped off the siding, you'll see the outline where they framed it back in, patched in some planking, and then the upper right picture is some of the framing still remaining in the attic, and then lower right is the window that we found. It had some of the original glass in it, but not usable. So I've been able to, like I said, pretty much restore the window, and it's at the glazers right now.
I think it looks great. Does anyone have any questions or comments for the applicant?
None.
No?
No.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Would anyone in the audience like to speak for this application? Would anyone in the audience like to speak against this application? HDC 21-35 is closed. HDC 21-36, 20 Pearl Street, John McCarrick. Don't see him. Peter, did you have any correspondence with Mr. McCarrick?
I did not. I don't know if Linda did at all.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything one way or another.
Okay.
He wasn't on, he's new, right? He wasn't a continuation.
It wasn't continued. He had something under new business last week.
Mhm.
And this week was an original application for some renovations.
Okay. All right. Well, if he pops on, we'll go back. HDC 21-37, 3 Water Street. 3 Water Street LLC, Chelsea Leonard.
I think she's here, but
She is?
I don't know. I don't think she is.
Yeah, I don't see her.
This is Anne Marie again. There was a discrepancy between the Zoom meeting that was in my letter and that is posted on the website.
Yes, that is true. But I believe that all the applicants received an email with that correction, right, Peter? I thought they did.
So I was on vacation last week. I'm sorry, Pete, I didn't mean to jump in. And the someone covering for me in the office did send out the corrected Zoom meeting link to everyone.
Miss Sarah, because I got one as an applicant too.
Right. So she
Alright.
should have,
I did as well.
okay.
I mean, I can just recuse myself and do this for her if you want.
Well, I can give her a call, but I'm wondering if I'm going to catch her off guard. Did she know that the meeting was tonight?
We actually got an email. Again, I was out last week, so I'm really just catching up, but we did get an email or a telephone call from her.
Mhm.
And Tom Zanarini handled it and, highly recommended that she join the meeting to present the application.
All right.
So that if you all had questions, she could answer them.
All right, let me mute myself and call her and see if I can see what she wants to do. Maybe based on that, she didn't plan on attending. I don't know.
It's just the signage, so she might have just assumed that she didn't have to.
Okay,
Would be my guess. So
all right, let me try her real quick. Right, she didn't answer. So I would say we either, I guess I wouldn't recommend, although I'm certainly sure you're capable, Eric, I wouldn't recommend you presenting it for her. So we can either continue her or flip through her application and see if it's enough for us to look at it without her being present.
Let's take a look.
Okay.
I'd say run through it and see what you got.
yeah, I don't think you're gonna find anything. I mean, just the signs are up, so you don't think you're gonna find anything like,
Okay.
that.
All right, so seeking approval for signs, 20 by 30 location, see email signs, so 2 signs. All right,
All right, so you got a 20 by 30 and an 18 by 96. Where we at?
Is the signage going on that bottom right where the red squares are?
Yeah, so again, I don't want to jump in, but since she took 2 spaces in the building, she took the entire bottom. There's actually 6 there, 1 for each space,
Okay.
commercial space, but then hers was double as wide because it was 2 spaces.
Yep.
And it's just a painted sign that I can't remember his name. The guy with the van who always comes to us, who does the carb signs. He did it.
Was it Cam?
I forgot.
Oh, I can't remember his last name now. But
Yeah, you
Cam,
didn't say anything. I'd probably agree with you.
he
So,
does most of the carved signs. Oh, I can't remember his name. Darn.
I mean, not that it's entirely relevant, but is this kind of like an in-town access to Abbott's? Instead of going to Noank, you can grab whatever you can grab in Noank, but in town? What is Abbott's Outpost?
it's I mean, I read in the paper, it's a combo of Costello's and Abbott's in the building.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It
Okay,
doesn't have the expanded menu that Abbott has.
okay. Gotcha.
So that's the sign at the back of the building?
yeah, next to the door.
Correct.
The
Okay.
one under that is the one in the front, but I don't know if she took another picture. That's the one.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a materials list somewhere? Kind of need that.
Should we continue her until she hands in a materials list?
Yeah, I don't see one here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we should, I think it isn't going to negatively impact her because her sign's up and we're not telling her to take it down. We just need her to submit a materials list.
Correct.
So I think that that's reasonable.
Where's the long sign in the front of the building or just
Yeah,
up
it's
at
in
the
the front
bottom.
on that bottom right component where Eric said she took 2 spots.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that was the only location that we could find. Without, having it look like or look obnoxious or like a NASCAR racetrack. Actually, the reason why we kind of did it actually was what Todd did on the front right of Factory Square, where you got that
Yeah,
one section where they're all, to the right of where Zhang's used to be.
so I think it's fine. She just needs to put a materials list in.
Agreed.
Yeah, with the dimensions.
I think the dimensions are on the
Showing
application.
the application done.
Okay, all right.
I gotta run back out there and see her mother anyway, so maybe I'll talk to her this week.
Okay. I mean, I would be fine if she just submitted it and didn't come again, just so that we have it. I'm not trying to make it hard for her. So, any comments or suggestions?
That sounds fine to me.
Agreed.
Or you want us to put that under new business next time?
Yeah, that sounds good. So we can vote on it now, subject to receiving what the materials are.
Yeah, and the next meeting, under new business, we'll have the information.
Okay, that's fine.
Sounds good.
Good.
All right. So since we're going to vote on it tonight, I will ask if there's anybody in the audience who would like to speak for or against this application. All right, HDC 21-37 is closed. HDC 21-38, 278 High Street, Robert Neild. I know I saw him.
Yes, we're on.
All right.
Let's see. Here we are. Good evening, everybody. So yeah, this is for a mini split, a Mitsubishi mini split. We're going to be able to, based on the size of the house, the contractor said we only need 1 unit inside, so it results in a smaller unit outside. If you scroll down to see there's High Street. You can see on the left side of the video, this is the side of the house. That's the north side of the house where the unit would be located. That's where the line would come down. So that's the north side of the house, and that's where the line would come down. So that's looking from High Street. I pasted off. It's about 105 feet from High Street to the house. So the dogwood is obviously in the wintertime, there's no leaves on it, so it's might be more visible, but it's from that angle anyway, it would be difficult to see it. And then one good thing is the unit actually in the inside is going to be mounted on the complete other end of the house, but because there's a knee wall, we didn't have to run it down the south side of the house, which would be visible to High Lane as well as more to High Street. So we're running the internal lines through that knee wall across the entire front of the house, so that we're able to put it on the north side, which I think will look better.
And that's where the condenser is going to be?
Yes, exactly. The condenser will be on the north side, and the inner units, I know you don't necessarily care about that, but that's on the other end of the house. But yes, the condenser will be on the north side of the house, where the arrow is. So there's closer to the side of the lot. Again, still kind of standing with my back to High Street. So right there where the corner board, I guess, is just behind that corner board right there, yeah, exactly, is where the line coming down would be. And that's an existing fence that's been there. Right,
What would the unit be sitting on?
a concrete pad, so it's at ground level. The contractor recommended that. I guess that's something that he does. he says he has a form that he uses and he pours the concrete. So that, yeah, the dimensions I think are cut off there a little bit, but you can see the width and the 11¼ deep. And I'm not sure what that 24, I think, high. Right, there's the duct that on the outside of the house where this will be run. Our intention is to, he says this stuff takes latex paint fine, so we'll be painting it to match the side of the house. Some additional details on the unit there itself. Right, there's the dimensions again. That's the inner part. And there's the outside unit.
I have no questions. Does anyone have any questions or comments for the applicant?
I don't.
I don't.
Okay. Does the applicant have any additional information that they wanted to add?
No, I don't. I'm
Pretty
glad
thorough
to answer any questions, but yeah,
Okay,
thank
I
you.
think we're all set.
Okay.
Would anyone in the audience like to speak for this application? Would anyone in the audience like to speak against this application? HDC 21-38 is closed. HDC 21-39, 3 Water Street.
Well, I guess I'll jump back in. Yes, this is for 2 signs. I think it's, I don't remember what I sent in. The Cave Lake one and the Block and Bottle one. Yeah. So same location as where Chelsea's double sign was in the front. I think they're 18 by 48. It's just, they're painted.
And that's just for the block and bottle sign. There's no other sign. Thought you said 2.
Yeah,
This one.
Oh, I thought that was your letterhead.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, this isn't typically exciting.
Does anyone have any questions for the applicant?
No.
Thank you, Eric. Would anyone in the audience like to speak for this application? Would anyone in the audience like to speak against this application? HDC 21-39 is closed. All right, consideration of public hearings, HDC, oh, did that guy ever pop back? No, all right. HDC 21-28, 3 Orchard Lane. This was the addition of the fencing, the picket fencing in the front, the chain link on the sides and partial back in the privacy fence. Does anyone have any comments or motions?
Move to approve.
I second.
Are we making this move to approval contingent on the fence shifting back towards the shed?
Yeah, I would make a motion to amend the approval to require moving the picket fence back.
Okay. All right,
So that it aligns with the adjacent shed.
correct.
Correct.
Okay. All right, all in favor?
I think we need a second for Dawn's.
Oh, because Eric made the first.
Yeah,
And I made the second.
right. And then Dawn amended that first motion. So
Oh.
someone has
Another
to second.
Bill.
Okay, I'll second the second time.
Okay. So I'll do a roll call. Todd,
Yeah, aye.
Moriarty, aye. Levinson,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Goodman. Eric?
Oh, aye,
Oh,
yes.
thank you.
Sorry.
HDC 21-28 is approved as amended. HDC 21-35, 15 Library Street, Peter Hurd. This was the addition of the eyebrow window restoration. Comments or motions?
I make a motion to approve.
Yeah,
Or, sorry, Bill, you can. So,
I second. I love everything about this.
All right, all in favor, Brady,
Aye.
Moriarty, aye. Levinson,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Goodman.
Aye.
The application is approved. I move to continue HDC 21-36, 20 Pearl Street,
Second.
right? It's a little weird because we're doing it here, so I'll do a roll call just to be safe. All in favor, Brady,
Aye.
Moriarty, aye. Levinson,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Goodman.
Aye.
The application's continued. HDC 21-37, 3 Water Street. This was Chelsea Leonard's sign for Abbott's Outpost.
I make a
Any-
motion to approve on the basis that she submit materials list for us to see next meeting.
I'll second that. All in favor, Brady,
Aye.
Moriarty, aye. Levinson,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Goodman.
I guess I'll just recuse myself.
Okay. The application is approved. HGC 21-38, 278 High Street, Robert Neal. This was the condenser. Any comments or motions?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Brady,
Aye.
Moriarty, aye. Ferguson,
Aye.
Levinson,
Aye.
Goodman.
Aye.
The application is approved. HDC 21-39, 3 Water Street. This was Eric Goodman's application for block and bottle and Cape Lake signage. Comments or motions? I'll move to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Brady,
Aye.
Moriarty, aye. Sorry, Levinson,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
and and Goodman did the application, so he was recused. All right, pre-application hearings. Do we have anybody in the audience here for a pre-application?
Yes, I'm back.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
All right,
May I share a screen?
yes.
All yours now.
Okay, can you see the screen okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so, obviously we're doing a big redo on the house, and a couple of things that we really didn't anticipate or really think about was the porch on the Route 1 side. So we're talking, this is the look from Route 1 inside the fence. We're talking this little porch right here. Actually looking for your advice, thoughts on a couple of things there. One is just to rehab the porch as it is on the first floor, if you will. It's quite deteriorated. Thought I could live with it, but as long as we're doing everything in the house, we ought to redo this. So the idea here, this is the porch, the schematic of the porch, and here's some of the pictures of the condition of it. So, deteriorated steps, the decking, the railing and everything is pretty rotted. So what we're looking to do is to put in new pressure treated underlayment and a post, new decking, probably Ipe or something similar. Railings, we will either rehab that center post there or rebuild it exactly as original. There is some rot on the bottom, but we may be able to just saw off the bottom and add 6 inches of pieces there. So, so looking for advice and thoughts around that. But while we were walking around the house upstairs, we got to thinking whether there would be an opportunity to put a second floor little deck above that. Same exact footprint, but we would put a door here. There's actually a walk-in closet right here in a bedroom. Put a 15 light divided door here and a railing, and obviously, adequate support here, and put a decking up there. I did my best with software here and put a cheap railing in the door, and that would be what it would look like. And here's the decking, kind of an aerial shot, if you will. From the front, once the house is completely sided in white, it would really blend in right there. The only thing that you would see from the downtown angle would be a railing right there. And the look that from Route 1, again, I put a railing in and a door. That would be the view that, whoever's sitting up on the deck would look down Route 1 or across Route 1. So that's it. Just a couple of ideas around rehab of the porch and a second story.
I don't have a problem with that.
I think it looks nice.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. My question is, would the rehab be basically a replacement of just what we see here, more or less? Just
It would be the same number of steps. We would put the lattice panels underneath. We'd probably use Ipe for the decking, tongue and groove. Probably would not paint it green, probably leave it natural or tongue oil it, something like that. But the railing would look the same. That post would stay there. This, we're either going to rehab or rebuild. We may have to put a post, like a 4x4 or 6x6 post behind that to support up here, but we'll determine that. But the idea is to make it look the exact same footprint. It's about 8x8. And then, that would be the look up above.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Any other comments or suggestions for Mr. Hurd? Nope. All right.
So you'll need materials, you'll need an elevation look and so forth, or do I have enough here other than the materials?
Peter, can you, actually, yes, Peter, can you go back through what you have?
Yeah, the only elevation look that I did is right here. It's 10 feet from the ground to here, up to this, from this decking is about 5 feet, and then it's another 5 feet to the top. So the total up to here is about 20 feet. The railing would be, I don't know what code is, 36 or 42, but they'd be right there. And railing, I'm open to suggestions. I mean, I could use wood. We could use a very fine PVC material. Doesn't really matter to me.
To answer the first question, other than materials, yes, I think you have everything you need here. I would probably just be consistent in your railing materials.
Yeah, we're eventually probably going to come at you with this deck. This is in much better shape than the main deck, but we will make all of these absolutely consistent with one another. They'll be the same exact layout.
Okay. That would be my only comment. I don't know if anybody has anything else.
Yeah, the only comment I make, Peter, is that if you put Ipe down on the deck, don't put any oil on it.
No?
Leave it alone.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're gonna get all kinds of discoloration. You have to start power washing it to clean it back up again.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, Ipe, just let it turn gray and that'd be the end of it.
Is there a better material?
Probably not. It's expensive, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it lasts forever. It's like iron.
Well, we're in for a penny, we're in for a pound.
Yeah, you're already so toasted on this job.
Okay, thank you. I'll put in an official application. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Is anyone else here for a pre-app? Peter, do you see anybody raising their hand that I don't?
I do not see anyone.
All right. Then I will move on to public communications. Do we have any?
Nope.
No?
No.
All right. Approval of the minutes. Approval of minutes from June 15th, 2021. I move to approve.
Second,
All in favor? Levinson,
Aye.
Moriarty, aye. Ferguson,
Aye.
Brady,
aye.
Goodman.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. Minutes from the special meeting, June 22nd, 2021. I'll move to approve those.
Second,
All in favor? Levinson,
Aye.
Moriarty, aye. For Ferguson,
Aye.
Brady,
aye.
Goodman.
Aye.
The minutes from June 22, 2021 are approved. Do we have any old business?
What's happened with our buddy with the brew pub?
That was my question.
I believe that the town was working with him and has made him, I believe this week he had to get bonded to make sure that he completed all of his remaining items. I don't know, Peter, if you have any additional information on that.
Yes, he did. He got bonded. Bruce from the planning department was taking care of that. And so he's got 6 months to comply according to the planning department.
I still just don't understand our relationship with that whole thing, though, because it just sounds like anything we approve is worthless if you just bond out of it.
Well, if he doesn't do it, then the bond money would go to fix it.
And then he can't sell it without a CO or, you know.
Well, the
So it's kind of stuck.
bond expires in 6 months.
Hmm.
The bond expires in 6 months. Because it gets a temp, you get a provisional, and then you would get a permanent. But if you don't complete the stuff in 6 months, you can't get the permanent. I
So
think.
take care of it before the 6 months is up.
Six months seems like a really long time.
I guess that's my point, is like, it just seems ridiculous to, try to control something and then find that there's like a loophole, I guess. Maybe loophole is not the right word.
He basically got an out, I feel like. He
Well,
can
he still has to do it. Just doesn't have to do it in the timeline that we would like. So.
It's like, oh, these the fallible system that we work on.
So. Any new business?
That's it. We just sit around for 6 months.
I guess so. I mean, it's not anything we have control over.
Right. No, I mean,
We make them rip down his speakers that are blasting age appropriate music.
That'd be the noise ordinance. Let's go to the police.
Oh, you can't put the speakers out there without our approval. They're a fixture. Aha, maybe he doesn't
Oh,
have.
we should pull up the plan and look at it, see if it's speakers on there.
That's right. We can do that. That's something we can do.
I don't think so.
I don't remember seeing them.
So I can at the top look into that and
Eric, when you say I don't think so, do you mean I don't think we can look at the plan? Or I don't think they were
No.
on the plan?
No, I'm looking at the plan right now.
Oh, And where the palm trees? I mean, I don't know.
Well, those we don't have jurisdiction over, but the
Okay.
town does. So
Yes.
he had to provide a landscaping plan, and it wasn't palm trees. It was, I
Right.
believe, rhododendrons.
That's-
Um,
That's my point.
yeah, but that's what I mean, that's nothing we can control.
No, I know. I'm not believing that my emotions are not directed at anyone on this call. I'm just frustrated.
It's hideous. It
Ugh.
looks hideous. You walk around and back, there's just trash piling up everywhere. There's rats and stuff. It's just disgusting. So, I mean, you know, I'm getting a lot of flack for not having doors on my dumpster enclosure. He doesn't even have a dumpster enclosure. He's got a pile of garbage. Like the fence didn't meet it, like nothing got done. It just was, I don't know. Peter, I don't get how you guys let him do this. Honestly, I don't. Especially with what you made me do.
Well, that's probably not for this meeting. So, any
So I
other,
don't know how he's gonna plant trees in the middle of January. Guess that's his problem.
This is the first time that I've been back in this area where I felt something has been crapped up. And I just feel like we're not doing anything about it. And I feel like no one's doing anything about it. But maybe it's because I stare at it every day, but
I mean, people who know that I'm on this commission have just been blowing up my email, knocking on my doors. Just
Yeah.
very upset.
one of his neighbors has stopped over and talked to us. I know I talked to Cody, but they talked to both of us, so.
all right.
It's not about the
Anything
guy's business either. I just, I want him to succeed. I want everyone to succeed. It's not hard to do it the right way.
Well, other than the speakers for now, it's out of our control.
There are no speakers on the plan.
All right, well, that's something that we can look at, revisit. So I can shoot an email to Tom tomorrow. Any other new business? My only comment, just to let everybody know, is I will not be here for the first August meeting.
And neither will I.
Okay. So we'll have to watch that to make sure that there's a quorum and see who wants to run the meeting.
I'll be at the meeting.
Okay,
I nominate Todd to run the meeting.
here we go.
Oh,
You're it, Todd.
All right, fine, I accept.
Okay, excellent. All right, I think unless someone has anything else, we can adjourn. Okay,
Sounds
All right,
Sounds
thank you,
good.
everyone.
all right, we're
Thank you.
adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks.
Todd, can you hear me, Todd?
Yeah,
Are you available for breakfast tomorrow?
no, I have to be in Springfield, Massachusetts at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Unless you want